I'm going to talk to you about just a few businesses that are a little more technically oriented, but if you're in this realm, you'll understand, and maybe I'll give you some ideas. One of the other videos you may remember that one of the things I said was that I had had a heart attack, these strokes and so on, and that I had survived for a year on what you call recurring income. What I had done 9 months before the heart attack, having no idea, that this was going to happen, was I became what you would today call like an affiliate marketer. But I didn't become an affiliate marketer in the normal way. What was going on was that at the time, there were just beginning, this is before MCI's Friends and Family program, it was just beginning where you could have unlimited long distance. So I thought to myself, that's an amazing, amazing thing if I could present that to network marketing people, because multi-level marketing or network marketing people are spending a fortune. At that time, it was like 8.5, 9 cents a minute. They were spending a lot of money on their long distance bills. They're on the phone all day long. So what if I could get one of these companies to allow me to sell their service to these guys? I didn't tell them what I was going to do exactly, just could I sell the service? Well, the company I went to, there was only a few of them in the industry at that time. It was the beginning of what's called VoIP, or Voice over Internet Protocol. And I said to them, look, I have a monster market that I can bring you many, 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 many people that will use your service. I need you to help me fund my advertising, and I need you to pay me some money for every customer I bring you. So the bottom line, what we agreed on was that for every new customer I would bring them, they would pay me, for every 3, they would pay me $100. And every one of those customers, as they continued to use the service month by month, I would get paid $1 from each one of their bills every month. So it was like, okay, the $100, I could use that for Google. I could put this pay-per-click, in other words, every time they looked at my ad and they clicked on it, I paid for it. And the $100 would cover that. Long story short, by using Google, I literally got 9,000 network marketing people to start using this service in 9 months. The company was amazed. I obviously was making $9,000 a month from doing this, and then I have this massive heart attack. So when I say, and you've heard me say this before, recurring income is king, here I am for a year without any kind of income coming in from something I'm doing because I couldn't work, and I had $9,000 the month I had the heart attack. By a month or 2 or 3, whatever it was later, I was up to $12,000 that was coming in per month, because the customers obviously continued to use their service, and it was amazing. Income just kept going up until about a year later, MCI introduces Friends and Family for like $30 less than we were selling it for. Everyone knew MCI compared to us, and the business dropped like that. So I went from close to $15,000 a month that I was making at that point, all the way down to, ready for this one, about $4,000 a month doing nothing. Poor me, right? My point is, affiliate marketing, it doesn't work exactly like I said, but you're selling something for someone else and getting a percentage. So it's something that you should be looking into. I just gave you an example. I went outside the box directly to the company and said, this is what I could do, and we made a deal, and I actually had to fly to Texas to their office, and sit down with them, and the only thing I didn't do is tell them the market I was going after. Okay, so let's talk about computers. Computers, to old people like me, I'm not as bad as others, but I'm horrible compared to most people with a computer. I can do email. Don't get me involved in trying to do anything fancy on the computer. So computer training is something that is a huge business that you can do locally. Believe it or not, I know this doesn't sound realistic, but you can train children. you know, it's like they're born with a computer in their hand, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they absolutely know how to use certain programs or, you know, use it for real world stuff, not just games. You can train old people like me. And when you are able to do that, if you have the personality to do that, I want you to expand your brain a little bit. You know, it's not just computers. How many people do you know who have said, man, I just don't know how to make this work on my phone. I didn't know I could send pictures. What do you mean? How does texting work? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't start texting for years because I don't type. You know, and you get the little phones and they're all doing this stuff, you know, the young people. It's like, forget it. And then when the iPhone, which was what I was using, comes out with you could talk to it, all right, I'll try it. Well, now I'm starting to get a little more sophisticated using my phone. But you know what? Electronic training it's an amazing thing you can do. If you have the personality, if you have the patience, it's something that you should definitely look into. Computer repairs, if you're good at computer repairs. I can't tell you, I mean, I have several businesses that I've had, you know, running at the synagogue, you know, constantly something is in need of work. If you do computer repairs, you know, in the beginning, and this is still true, I would call one of my children who lives in Pennsylvania, who's a geek, okay, and I would say, hey, I don't know what's wrong with my computer, but, you know, can you help me? So he'd ask me a few questions. I had to give him some code or something, and he's sitting in Pennsylvania, I'm sitting there. He says, don't touch the computer, I'm taking over your computer. You know, and I'm thinking this is like, you know, the old days when the Outer Limits, you know, do not touch your television set. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're old enough. He's just running my computer from his house. He was able to fix all kinds of things for me. So what he really was, he wasn't literally doing a computer repair as in a physical thing. He was like a technical service advisor, only he was free. A tech service advisor can work from your home. You just have to learn how to market, and I've given you things, and there's tons of ways to learn how to market. In this series, you'll learn a lot about marketing. If you have patience, if you have technical ability on computers, that's something that I would clearly recommend that you think about doing. Okay, again, on computers, ebook publishing. If you have a skill, if you know how to cook, if you have, it doesn't matter what it is, something that other people need to know, want to know, would like to learn. You can actually print a book, not a physical book, an ebook, that means on the internet, and sell it to people. There's a ton of information that you can learn about this. I'm not going to go into it on this video. But I want to say the information that you have sold to someone else costs you nothing but time to put together. And it is almost all profit, except for your marketing. Let's go to eBay. How many people have made tons of money on eBay? There's all kinds of ways to make money on eBay. If you're technically oriented, absolutely look into eBay as a way for you to start making money. You know, it's not just anymore, you know, I'm selling XYZ product. Where do you get the products? Get them on Craigslist. Get them at the local, you know, flea markets, the garage sales, and so on. You can actually make decent money. YouTube. YouTube has become the new Google, if I may say it. I think they own them now, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, YouTube is another search engine, okay? And YouTube will actually pay you, if you have enough subscribers, they will actually pay you advertising, for them to advertise, have others advertise on your site if you have enough subscribers. YouTube is something you need to look into. Again, there's tons of information on the internet. You may not even be aware of it. I just want to say that to you. There's another area, and we have a special guest that we're going to have on for you about social media. Social media is right for some kind of businesses, not right for other kind of businesses. It's, to me, very involved and very difficult. For the people that know how to do it, it's like, this is a piece of cake. You know, I enjoy doing this. Well, social media assistance, meaning that you're assisting someone, a company, Doesn't have to be a big company. It could just be someone who's trying to market and you're assisting them. You're working from your home, you're on your own time, and you are literally assisting them with their marketing that's costing virtually nothing or nothing. And again, when we have our social media assistant woman on, she'll explain this. We're going to interview her and you'll see this. It's something that I really think that you need to look into. And of course there's, and I'll end with this, being a website designer. It used to be you needed to know all kinds of code to do the most basic website. Today with WordPress and so many others, it is so easy to design a website. Now, if you get real technical, there's other things you have to do, but you can learn to make a website relatively quickly, and there's a million people out there doing it, granted, but if you're good at it, if you have some creativity, if you have the inclination to do it, it won't take you long to learn. Again, it's something you can do from your home, make some extra money, and have residual income coming in if you handle it correctly. Again, I don't need to go into great detail. There's a ton of information out there about becoming a website designer and so on and so forth. So that's our technical one. I'm going to continue on with some of our other types of businesses. Again, thanks for watching.